All right. Welcome everybody to another deep dive. Today we're going to the Philippines.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. Um, we're going to be looking at this new movie came out last year, A Journey. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've seen some buzz about it online.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting a lot of attention. So we're going to be taking a look at this MovieKaTicket review. Have you ever read any of their reviews?
I have, yeah, they're usually pretty good. They get to the point.
Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. So we're gonna, go through this review and kind of see what they liked about it,
Yeah,
and see if it's something that maybe we want to watch too.
sounds good.
So first of all, the cast.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big one. This is a big one.
Yeah, this is like a who's who of Filipino cinema, right?
Right,
You've
right.
got Paolo Contis, Kaye Abad, Patrick Garcia.
Yeah, they're all coming back like together.
The reunion.
And-
Yeah, they were all really big like back in the day, and it seems like this is kind of their comeback.
It is. Yeah, like they've all been doing things, but this is like the big.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Like
is
big,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're back kind of a thing.
We're back. Exactly. So I mean, I think that's already like super interesting.
Yeah.
Like just to see them all together. And the review calls A Journey. They say it's a masterful exploration of love, loss, and redemption.
That's a lot to unpack right there.
It is right. Like, oh, wow. Deep stuff.
Yeah, heavy stuff.
Yeah. And I always wonder, like, do these big themes, these like universal themes, do you think that helps a film reach a wider audience?
I think so, for sure. Because, like, everybody, no matter where you're from or what your background is, everybody understands love, loss, and redemption.
Right. We've all experienced it.
In some way, exactly.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But I wonder, like, this is a Filipino film.
Right.
Do you think they do a good job of making it still feel like authentically Filipino?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, the review kind of hints that like, there's some real cultural nuances that they get into, which makes it sound like it's not just like a kind of a generic, kind of story that's
Yeah.
just trying to appeal to everybody.
Right.
It sounds like they're really tapping into something specific.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see. They call it an emotional roller coaster too.
Buckle up.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what do you think is going to hook people? Like emotionally?
Well, just reading the review, it sounds like Paolo Contis' character,
Oh,
John, he goes through a lot. He's dealing with regret, like after a tragic loss.
I see.
And they describe him as like flawed, but relatable,
Oh, I like that.
which is always interesting, right? Like you don't want a perfect character. Nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah.
You want someone who's like a little messed up.
Real.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you can
right?
connect with them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that already sounds compelling.
And then you've got the chemistry between Contis and Kaye Abad, who plays Mary.
Okay, the romance.
Yeah, apparently it's like super intense.
Oh, nice.
Like raw and authentic.
They have good chemistry together.
Yeah, that's what the review says.
Oh, that's awesome. And then Patrick Garcia, he plays Austin,
Right.
and it's like a father-son.
Father-son dynamic.
Yeah, kind of thing. Family drama always gets me. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. Always,
Yeah.
always good for a few tears.
Oh, for sure. So this whole movie, it's set against the backdrop of the Pagsanjan River.
I was curious about that.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the Philippines, so like, what is that?
Well, it's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Think like lush greenery, cascading waterfalls.
Wow.
Yeah, really beautiful. And I think, I was reading about it, and it sounds like it's almost like a character in itself in Filipino cinema.
Interesting.
Like it's been used a lot.
Yeah. In different films. And so I think the director, RC Delos Reyes, I think he's really using the setting to like underscore the themes of the movie, like reflection, maybe even cleansing.
Okay, I can see that. Like water being a symbol
Like,
of,
exactly.
yeah, like washing away the past or.
Right. And starting fresh.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they use it. I'm also kind of curious, see if they connected it to any like Filipino folklore or mythology.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I know they have a rich, history of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see some of that come out. All right, now for the geeky part,
Oh, here we go.
the part I'm really excited about.
I know you love this stuff.
Okay, so they mentioned in the review a mystical twist involving time travel.
Time travel, huh?
I know, right?
Huh?
I'm like such a sucker for time travel.
I mean, who isn't?
It's so cool,
Uh-huh.
especially when it's done well.
Right. It can be really cheesy if it's not done right.
It can be really bad.
Yeah.
But when it's done right, it adds like so much complexity. Like you were saying earlier, like love, loss, redemption, those are big themes. But then you add time travel.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like, whoa, okay, now we're really getting into
Now
it.
you're talking about like second chances, right?
Right.
Regret. Like, what if you could go back and change things?
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Exactly. Like, what would you do? Would you do anything differently? It makes you think.
It does, yeah. Like, if you could confront your past self, knowing what you know now, what would you say?
Oh, I've thought about that so many times.
Right.
Yeah. And time travel, it always brings up that question of like fate versus free will,
That's a big one.
which I think could tie into John's whole redemption arc. You know, like, is he destined to make the same mistakes or can he actually change?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I'm super intrigued to see how they play with all of that.
Me too. It sounds like they've got a lot going on.
They do. Okay. Another thing they mentioned was the music.
Oh, yeah.
Vanessa Garcia did the score.
Yep.
And they say it like really adds to the emotional impact of the film.
Music can do that, for sure.
Right. I'm imagining like soaring strings and
Yeah.
poignant piano melodies. Just,
You know, swelling at all the right moments.
yes,
Yeah, music is like, it's a language of its own in film, you know?
it is.
It can really heighten the emotions,
Yes.
create atmosphere, even foreshadow things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
Yeah. It's like, it's telling you how to feel,
Sometimes.
right? It's manipulating you in a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the experience.
Exactly. So it sounds like Garcia's score is like a key element in making a journey such a moving experience.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Now, MovieKaTicket, they do point out some flaws.
Oh, there's always flaws.
Right. No movie's
Yeah.
perfect. So they mentioned pacing issues in the middle act.
Okay,
And they said they wish Mary's perspective had been explored a little more.
I see.
What do you think about that?
I mean, it's hard to say without actually seeing the film. But yeah, pacing can definitely be an issue.
Yeah, it can.
You know, if it drags too much,
Right.
you lose people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to get more of Mary's point of view. Because it sounds like it's mostly focused on John.
Right. Right. I think so.
But, you know, MovieKaTicket, they clearly loved the movie overall.
We did.
I mean, they praised the time travel. They thought it was really clever. And they said the ending was satisfying. So it sounds like they felt like the good outweighed the bad.
Totally. Totally. So their final verdict, they're calling a journey, an emotional and cinematic triumph.
Wow. Right.
High praise.
High praise. They're saying it's a must-watch for, you know, fans of heartfelt storytelling. With a touch of the extraordinary.
Okay, I like that. I can get behind that.
Right. And it sounds like a film that, like, really stays with you after you've seen it.
Yeah, those are the best kind.
Yeah, the ones that you keep thinking about.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're looking for a film that combines strong performances, stunning visuals,
Yeah.
thought-provoking themes, check.
With a dash of time travel magic.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Right. It's a winner. A journey. You can check it out on Netflix.
I think I'm going to add that to my list.
It premiered on April 12th last year, 2024. So go check it out. And while you're watching John grapple with his past, I want you to ask yourself this. If you had the chance to journey back to any point in your life, where would you go and why? That's something to think about.
Good one. I'm going to have to think about that.
Yeah, me too. All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya.